5 here. I've got a quiz for you today. Which of these firearms is the Glock? Which is the Taurus? Can you tell? Since they're field stripped, they are taken apart. Okay? I bet all of you know, don't you? Well, I thought I would have a couple, because it's so similar to a Glock 19, Glock 17, whatever. The Taurus G3, that's what we're about today, and you're looking at it. Okay? You got the firing pin block, you've got the, you can see the striker, very similar. I know people hate all these comparisons with Glock, but, that's what everybody's copied, or almost everybody, and whether they may have copied them and done a better job, so I'm not saying which is better, but kind of like the Ford 150 or whatever. And we have them both here. Let's put them together, all right? This is the Taurus G3. I thought that was a German battle rifle, the G3. Maybe not. But I've been shooting this thing, and you have requested that we take a look at it for quite a while. That story. Finally got around to it. Okay, actually got one. Okay, good thing I got it too, because I requested it just before the tsunami hit all the gun shops, including Bud's. Again, appreciate budsgunshop.com. That's where we got it, and it took a little bit longer than most orders that I put in there, because you all been buying too many guns. What's wrong with you? That's not possible, is it, buying too many? But so we appreciate budsgunshop.com, and we also appreciate the help we get from the Sonoran Desert Institute, SDI.edu. A lot of people doing everything in a distance way these days, right? So for distance learning, great place to go. Gunsmithing, you get certified, you can do a lot of things online at the Sonoran Desert Institute. Check it out. We appreciate their help. And guess what ammo we're going to fire? You guessed it, federal. That's what we shoot, isn't it? And, we rarely have trouble with ammo, so we're happy to have all that good stuff. Range ammo, I don't talk about this much, but, with carry ammo, whoever makes it, they put a little more, time or, I'm not sure what I'm saying, except that it's done with more care than range ammo, generally speaking. Y'all are aware of that. You new shooters with Full Metal Jacket, you got to be putting together good ammo or don't make it. But generally speaking, people don't carry this kind of ammo for self-defense, okay? But it's always great range ammo. And, at a pinch, whatever you got. Back in the day, the Cowboys didn't have all these cool hollow points, did they? And bonded bullets and everything. And it seemed to work for them. But anyway, appreciate their help. So we got the Taurus G3. You've been asking, I've been shooting it, and I guess I'll put the Glock together too, just so we'll have them. I know everything is not a Glock, and maybe shouldn't be compared with a Glock, but the method of operation, breakdown, everything else, it's quite often very similar, isn't it? And the Taurus G3, that's what people do. Something that works, they tend to copy it, and sometimes they improve it. And we'll see what we think about this. Let me put it up against this one, just for size comparison and everything. It's a little heavier, not much. It's a little thicker, not much. Okay, so it's kind of the size of a Glock 19, mostly. More so than a 17, I guess. So there you go. Just a tad bit longer with the flush magazine with 15 rounds. Okay, just a tad longer. And you've got this magazine that holds 17 that has a little bit of an extender on it. Turns it into a Glock 17 kind of size gun. Okay? Well, let's shoot it. I'll just shoot that mag. Okay? A Taurus G3. So far, it has done well, I'll have to say. It'll even bowl. Yeah, what'd I tell you? Let's see if it'll smoke pot. It did. I didn't even aim. It was just intimidating me right there. I wanted to shoot it quickly. All right, we emptied that mag pretty quickly. I like to say I had no problems with it. All right, and we would be less than honest if we didn't admit and point out that in the past, some Taurus pistols, even revolvers, have had sketchy quality control. Right? Yeah, we know that. It seems like they're doing better these days, you know. And oh, look what I saw over there! I just noticed it. Wait, aren't they pretty? Yeah. We also want to thank APMEX, the American Precious Metal Exchange. Those beautiful silver eagles there. They are a great supporter. And if you're interested in precious metals, like a lot of people are these days, go check them out. Links are in the description. You know, precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, anything you want, numismatic coins or bullion, whatever. Appreciate their assistance. Help keep this thing going. But Taurus, from everything I've read, people I've talked to, they seem to be upping their game. Okay, and I think the G2 is a pretty good gun. This one has had a lot of acclaim. A lot of people like it, and that's one reason we get so many requests. I think people want to know what we think about it. John has shot it. He was fairly impressed. There's one thing, our biggest negative. It's funny because the first time John shot it, I told him I'd been shooting it. It's been doing fine. I said, there's one big negative, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Here, you take it and see what you think it is, what I'm going to say. He nailed it in about 3 seconds. And that is, I'll get the big negative out of the way first. And that may be because it's the trigger is it's striker fired, but it has we call it repeat capability. So if I have a dead round, I go click, and nothing happened. I can just release the trigger and fire it again. Okay, second strike capability. I was trying to think of second strike capability. So it has that. That may be the reason that the trigger breaks so far rearward. Okay. See that, how far back I am? Click. Okay, so all the way back. Now, it may not just be, or maybe more than just that. It may be just the contour, the frame, and everything combined. And it's partly my large hands, but when I pull it up to shoot, if that thing would break, you know, like right about there, oh man, which some of my favorite pistols do, I'd have a hard time criticizing this pistol because it seems to shoot fine. Let me try it some more. And you know, it feels good. The grip is good. It feels good. All right. Let's shoot something. Let's put a round in the chamber and shoot something. The old gong is loud when I hit it. Now, I had some misses there, and it really is part of that trigger. It's just, I don't like that trigger. I just don't like where it breaks. I had to squeeze my hand together, you know, so far to get that trigger to break. And it's amazing. For those of you who are new shooters, you hear us and probably other folks complain about things that you think, that's stupid. What? How could a half inch on the buttstock make that much difference? Or exactly where the trigger breaks? How does that make so much difference? Well, it does. It breaks. Reset. Let's check the reset. Yeah, it's a nice short reset. And the trigger isn't that bad. It could be better. It's not horrible for a striker fired pistol at all. Okay, I'm talking about any Glock or whatever. It's a nice enough trigger. It's just that it breaks way back there. And if you have small hands, that may not be a factor at all. Okay, at all. So let me load those while I'm yakking at you. This thing, I think, retails MSRP is around $350, and I don't know. I've been reading you might get it for as low as almost $250. Between probably most likely $250 to $300. And that's talking like half the price, right, of a Glock or M&P or other similar pistols. So, you know, if you're looking for a striker-fired firearm like this is probably one you want to take a look at. I've never been a huge fan of Taurus. You know, again, their quality control has been sketchy. We've had issues with a couple we've looked at. And I don't know. I think maybe they're looking a little bit better. Some of you that shoot a lot of Tauruses, review a lot of Tauruses, could probably speak more authoritatively to that. We just did been shooting the Taurus Circuit Judge, for example. That thing seemed well made, no problems at all. At all. And so, give credit where credit is due. We don't like to bash anybody unnecessarily. And as I say pretty frequently, we don't like to make something look better than it is or worse than it is. That happens sometimes with an individual firearm, for example. Like, we may not have any malfunctions with this. We've not had any, like before the video, in the days I've had it, and we may not have any problems today, but you might have all kinds of problems with one. I don't know. This is just one sample, okay? So that's what we do. We give you our experience with something, whether it's a Colt Python or a Glock or M&P or whatever it might be. But it's pretty cool. One thing I was going to show you, I didn't put the calipers on it. I just noticed with this flexible holster I use sometimes, this works. It's a Glock 19 holster, the G19. I wish holster makers, I wish it was a law. I wish it was a law that you have to emblazon on every holster what it's for. I've got so many holsters I have to label. And it fits okay in that. Now in this Blade Tech, it won't go in that one. Okay. So that shows you it's for a Glock 19. And that shows you that it's just a little thicker, okay, than a Glock 19. But and just a little heavier. But I like the contours. It feels good. In fact, it feels better to just pick up and work the slide in some ways than the Glock. You get a nice bite there. Okay, you got the front serration, which I rarely ever use. I don't want my hand out in front of the muzzle that much. I just use the back, But it really feels good. Okay, let's shoot it. Like I say, the trigger, the position of the trigger, where it breaks, is a deficiency for me. It's a negative, and it actually affects how well I can shoot. It just does, as much as anything. All right, let's shoot that target. Let's put a round in the chamber. That feels pretty good. A little hot. Oh, there's another two. All right, I didn't bring my mag pouch out.